My name is Haley, and this is my hope story. When I was born, I was baptized and raised Catholic, and went through Catholic education up throughout high school. And then once I got to college, I kind of quit going to church. I moved away to Lexington, and really always felt like I had faith and I believed in God, but I was not a practicing Catholic. To be honest, I probably wasn't praying. I was a believer, but didn't know what having a relationship with God meant. When I was in college, and very much separated from the church and from the Lord, I had one friend who went to church, just one. And I feel like it was really rare to have a friend that even spoke about God or went to church. And I had one, and I met her through teaching. And she invited me to church with her one day. And so I went to church with her and her family. And the pastor was talking about people being active in their relationship with God. And he asked the question, have you grown cold? And on my way out, I remember looking at her and I said, I've grown cold. I didn't know what it was, but I knew I was missing something. After I moved back to Louisville, one day I was invited to come here. So it took, probably a couple years, before I ended up back at church. I was invited to come to a baptism, my best friend's baptism. While I was at the baptism and sitting listening to Jason and really watching my friend and how different she was, but in such a great, amazing way, I think I kind of realized, this is what's missing. This is my opportunity, and this is the place that I would like to be. So I had a moment in church while I was here when they were playing the song. The words were, I have decided to follow Jesus, no turning back. And they preached a lot about, choosing to live life God's way and not your own way. And at that time, I was living life my way. I was coming here, and I was growing my relationship with God, but I was still making choices based on what I wanted to do, and they weren't great choices. But I like to think I'm a good person, but I know I wasn't making great choices. So I went forward that day. I walked forward to the front of the church, and I said, I've decided to follow Jesus. There is no turning back. It's changed the relationships that I have with my friends. It's strengthened a lot of them. It's kind of made a lot of other ones maybe not as important because maybe they shouldn't have been as important to me. But that was my pivotal moment when I decided I'm not going to make the choices, I would typically be making, because I want God's blessing on my life. And so I want to live the way He wants me to live. Don't hesitate. I like to think of it as you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And that's what I would tell someone that I was inviting to church. If they didn't have the Lord in their life, why not? Why not take that step and just see where it leads you? Because there's no doubt in my mind that this, is a great place to be, and it'll only just kind of foster that relationship that you're going to grow. It's not just the place that you're coming to, it's the relationship that you're going to build, with